Intro to Public Safety deals with, it's basically an introduction to fire, police, and EMS, and the world of fire, police, and EMS. So it really helps them to get a better understanding of what the job entails from day to day. It helps them to better understand what it feels like being a police officer, what it entails, the hard work, the time it takes. It helps them to understand what's needed in order to help someone when they're in an emergency. Many people go through life trying to be there for others, but this is an opportunity where they can really learn some valuable skills to help them deal with emergency situations and feel comfortable when they're in an emergency. Here in Stanford, we've been working with the police department, fire department, and EMS, and they are all on board wanting to give our students an opportunity to spend time behind the scenes, seeing what they're about.
Very informative. You learn a lot of things, especially when we have our field trips that give us experience. We also did get to learn about CPR.
It's really interesting because they were talking about what do they do and how do they work on and what do they practice on in situations like that. It really got more interesting for me to join into that field.
I would definitely recommend taking this course because you definitely get immersed in many different aspects of each field.
Programs like this, and possibly leading into becoming a volunteer firefighter, gives a lot better idea of what firefighters do to give them a sense of whether or not it's something they really want to pursue.
The nice thing with EMS is that it's never the same every day. Every call is different. You meet so many different people. The amount of war veterans, Holocaust survivors, just people in general that you meet are amazing, and hearing their stories, but also being able to help them when they call because they're sick or injured.
This program is going to provide them with some inspiration, provide them with some knowledge, education that they would not have necessarily received.
So next year we plan on piloting a new program and specifically focused on EMS, like an Explore program, helping students who would like to get deeper into the EMS program and really focusing on what it takes to become an emergency medical technician. We'll learn basic skills, basic life support, and things that are needed in order to be a volunteer on an ambulance service.
Within your probationary period, you have to become an emergency medical technician, an EMT, if you're not one already. So the people that are an EMT when they start out, they already have a leg up on somebody because they don't have to get that class while they're working for us.
We are all trained as healthcare providers, and we can start treatment right at the bedside. So right when you call 911, we're starting to initiate care and then transfer you over to the hospital.
If they continue to pursue a role in EMS, we'd like to set them up where they could do ride-alongs, where they're riding on the ambulance as a third wheel.
Come and do an observation shift. See it hands-on. It's not what you see on TV. It's definitely not an episode of Grey's Anatomy, but you get to see it hands-on in real life, and you make the decision if that's something that works well for you, or if it might be a different area of public safety that you'd prefer.
Every day is something different. You come to work, when you leave, most of the time, you feel as if you actually made a difference, you actually helped somebody.